Now, let's talk to our good friend, former Conservative MP, Mr. Michael Fabricant. Michael, good evening to you. What's it like living in the land of I don't know.
Lichfield.
Yeah.
Well, it's always lovely living in Lichfield. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
And, of course, I'm spending rather more time here than I had been doing over the last 32 years.
How did you feel? Did you know you were going to lose your seat? Did you have a feeling or not?
I got a feeling in about the last week of the campaign that probably I might lose the seat. I got a phone call from someone at Conservative headquarters who was saying that, you know what, looking at the demography, the makeup of your area, we're a bit uneasy about people voting Reform. And yes, I mean, you know, I've had 32 years. I'm not making any excuses. Actually, I am going to make one excuse, if I may, James.
Go on.
And the one excuse is that half my literature never got delivered by the Royal Mail. All the Labour Party stuff got delivered, and as far as I know, all the other parties had their stuff delivered. Every home, 47,000 homes in my constituency, should have received 2 lots of mail from me, never got delivered. But
Are you going to take that up
I
with
don't
them?
know.
Are you going to take it up with them?
I am taking it up with
Good.
them. I spoke to a guy called David Gold, who is the director of Royal Mail, during the campaign. And since then, I will tell you that a friendly postman has sent me photographs of all my stuff stacked up in a sorting office, not being delivered.
Dear, oh dear,
Not
oh
good.
dear.
That says
But
everything, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does, actually.
Do you
But
blame
you know
Rishi?
what?
Do you blame Rishi Sunak ultimately?
Ultimately, I guess I do blame Rishi Sunak. Yes, it was a lousy campaign at a bad time, and we didn't deliver what we should have delivered. You know, I was listening to your earlier discussion with Peter, the ex-police officer, and he's dead right in what he says. You know, we have come too woke in this country, and I don't think the majority of people like it. And
No, they don't.
Rishi Sunak doesn't like it either, but did he do anything about it? Not much.
Do politicians have the ability now to defy the public servants and make them do what they want them to do? Because I get the idea that it's more or less all the
You look at Priti Patel.
yeah,
What happened to
what do
her?
they call them? Not public servants. What
They're
is
in
it?
charge.
Yeah.
Civil service
Civil
now
service, yeah.
have the whip hand over the MPs, and they're all
Yeah,
left,
and it
they're all
wasn't just
left.
Rishi, and it wasn't just Priti Patel. It was Dominic Raab as well, who wanted some efficiency. And they said, "Oh, you know what? He bullied us because he wanted things done on time."
Yes.
Well,
and
I
threw
tell
a
you what,
tomato. Do you remember they said threw a tomato?
I do, I do.
I've
And,
done
you
more
know,
than that this evening to the people working in the control room.
Oh,
to keep
bunches
them
of tomatoes.
on I mean, honestly, what on earth? As soon as you shout at somebody, you're a bully, aren't you? So
Yeah,
I'm a bully and I don't care.
Well, I used to work in broadcasting, as you know, James,
Yeah, I
a
do.
long time ago, and
What
a lot
worries
of
me-
shouting goes on because you need to get things done properly and on
Immediately.
time. If you're going to read an 8 o'clock news bulletin, you need to be there at 8 o'clock.
Michael, what I don't understand is how you still look the same and I look about 50 years older. It's got
well, it's
nothing
the
to do
monkey.
with his hair. Leave his
It's
hair
the
alone.
monkey glands. It's the monkey glands.
your
I
monkey
think.
Yeah,
glands.
he takes monkey
Yeah.
gland, yeah.
Do you mind people taking the mick out of your hair or
You
not?
take the wrong gland, James.
I don't mind. It's a trademark of mine, I think, now. But it's me.
Yep.
I was talking to Jeremy Vine the other day on another radio
You
station.
shouldn't talk to him.
I know, but, you know, he's a nice guy. Except when he goes bad-tempered on his bicycle. I don't know whether you've
Yeah,
seen
I've
his
seen it.
YouTube.
I've seen it. I'd
Yeah.
have all bicycles banned from London if I was
What's
mayor.
next for you? Are you going to do a train
Well, he
programme?
wouldn't like that.
You're going to do a Michael Portaloo?
I remember, you know, I was saying to him, I used to be at university in California back in the 70s, would you believe? And
I do.
I remember I used to know a guy called Jan Michael Vincent, who was an actor, and he was a sort of surfer dude. And I think deep down psychologically there's something wrong with me because I think I still want to be that surfer dude when I was in my 20s.
Now you can do it.
Would you now take a job as in the media? Would you like to have your own show somewhere?
I think I would, if I'm honest with you. I enjoy communicating with people. Enjoy talking to you, James, and yeah, I'd be
I'm trying to
interested.
get rid of him and get somebody else. So can I put you down on my list?
Oh, please do.
You know,
Please
Michael,
do. How much do I have to pay you to do the job?
Not that much,
Can we talk about that off air? One last question. Will you join Reform?
No. No. And I'll tell you why. Look, I have a great deal of respect for people who voted for Reform, but Reform is a protest body. It's not a political party. They complain about things some of which I actually share with them, but they don't actually talk about solutions. And it's only on one thing they talk about anyway, mainly, which is immigration and wokeism, which I'd agree with them on. But they don't talk about other things, about the health service, education, and all the things that you talk about, James, on your show.
If they had more people, and the amount of people, we all know about the amount of people that voted for them and the few seats they got, but if they had more people working for them, maybe like you and others, they would become more powerful. They can't do anything until they're in a position to do something.
That's true, but they'd have to make their party more democratic. At the moment, it's owned as a limited company by Nigel Farage.
Shouldn't the system be more democratic? You know, I think Belarus has the same system as us.
No, I'll tell you what's an interesting factor. The guy who won in Lichfield, who's a nice bloke, Dave Robertson, I've even said his name.
You hate him.
He won with 21% of the actual total electorate in my constituency.
Yeah.
And as you know, what's his name? Starmer. Same bloke. Got in with just 34%. So, but you know what? I wouldn't have proportional representation. They have that in Israel, and you get the tail wagging the dog in Israel with proportional representation.
But there must be a
five religious nutters in the Israeli Knesset, the Israeli parliament.
Yeah, we don't want
They're all
that.
very democratic, but they hold the balance of power. That's all wrong.
But this way, the people don't get any say, do they?
We need to really look at the way democracy can work and move on before we're all in a lot of trouble. Michael, good to catch up. We'll talk soon. Thank you very much indeed.
Good to talk to you, James.
Thanks, buddy. Former Conservative Member of Parliament with a really good hairstyle. You could learn from him.
Yeah.
You could learn.